You've managed Allinson after a 2-2 draw at St Neots. Lee, it was a bit of a strange first half. There was plenty of mistakes, but there was also good spells of football. How would you assess the half as a whole?
Firstly, I don't think I've had to say it this season. I don't think we've let the club down many times this year in performances. But that first half today, we've massively let our club down, let our supporters down. It wasn't good enough. Just had a really long chat in there, and hopefully it might have sunk into one or two that I don't know what they're doing away from the club, but we looked leggy, lethargic. And I actually felt really in control, Caelan, in the first half. I felt we started okay, but we've done some silly things today, and I think at times we disrespected St Neots again today. The goal was comical, the first goal. The second goal, we're not going runners. We do silly things. We've got a long throw, we load up in the box, we throw it to David Longking, we give the ball away. Ball's rolled back to Sam, he passes to David, it goes out of play for a throw on after a minute. And other times in the game, in the first half we've hit the post, we've had a goal disallowed, we've had some half chances, but we're just throwing away games at the moment. You can't defend like you've defended first half and think that you're doing enough. The two goals are comical. I don't think Sam's made a save all game. He's let 2 goals in. That isn't good enough. And I just asked him in there, I just asked Lucas, would he have done the throw-in like he done today against Kettering? He answered no. I asked Jordan Jem, would he have headed the ball against Kettering rather than leaving it like he did today? He said he'd head the ball. So why different? Why change what we do? And that's a disappointing thing, We've I felt we let our supporters down first half. Listen, we'll always give it a go second half, but very, very disappointed in the first half performance in terms of the defensive side. Showed some real glimpses of nice play. Sean Lucien, I thought, was outstanding again today. He's having a real good go, the kid. But no, we have to improve.
We do have a new signing. Do you feel it's maybe too early to start him? Yeah,
I think we got into that. I spoke to you about Dylan before, about maybe we rushed him into the side. Got Claudio on today, looks a real threat, real good pace. I think we need it. Got crosses in the box, so he's going to be hopefully a good player for us. Good to have him on board, and he'll get a run of games if we keep performing like that.
He did feature in the second half. Second half was much better, creating a load more chances than we did in the first half. How would you sum it up?
Well, I just asked them to try and save their season at half time. Whether we have or not, I'm not quite sure at the moment. I think we're slipping away from them playoffs. They're slowly slipping. But while it's mathematically possible, we'll keep trying. We've got a massive game now next week. But it was just a poor, a poor all-round performance. I felt we had chances second half. I think we snatched at a lot of things. We never really tested their keeper, did we? I think Joe had 1 shot. We put balls in box. We get free kicks, Caelan, on the edge of the box. We've just got to deliver it in, and we knock it out of play. Goes in and goes out of play. Corners go beyond the back post. So as I say, it's just all round disappointed with some of the things we've done. Listen, one thing we did do, we kept going, we kept fighting, and we ended up getting the equaliser, and we could have nicked it in the last minute there with Joe, but it wasn't to be. And it probably sums up the last 4 or 5 weeks, if I'm honest with you. It's not been good enough. It's one of them things, whether it's, I felt that maybe we needed 1 or 2 to come in and freshen us up. We haven't had that luxury. I don't want to release anyone because I think they've been fantastic for us all season, but we look very, very tired, mate. We're making silly errors. Kieran Forth just said it there in front of all the players. At the end of the day, you've got to start get back to defending properly, and it's little errors that are costing us games at the moment.
Tuesday was our last midweek game. Do you feel this will benefit us going into the last few games?
Possibly, but as I said to you now, we can't afford to really drop any more points. Probably one more game we could probably afford to drop points if we're going to go on and get in the playoffs. So whether we play Saturday, Tuesday, it shouldn't really matter, mate. We're a fit side. We've been fit all season, but we're making silly errors. So at the end of the day, until we cut them out, we're not going to win a game. Simple as that.
And what can you tell us about our next game?
We're top of the league, really good side. I know my players, I know they'll turn up, and that's the disappointing thing for me. I know next week we'll be on the front foot, we'll have a real good go at them, they might be better than us, they might score, might win the game, but I know we'll have a good go next week, and this is the disappointing thing for me at the moment. We ain't having a go. We've stepped off, and for the side and how good we've been this year, it's ending up being a really, not an average season, because that would be wrong. I think we've had a fantastic season, but these 8 games are going to be very, very boring if we don't start having a go and trying to fire ourselves in there, or at least just trying to push on and finish as high as we can in the league.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.